here, trying to give y'all an ace up your sleeve so that in case you need me for later, I'm right there. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe. I'm a growing channel. I'm trying to make it. That's all I'm trying to do. Now, I want to talk to y'all a little bit because I just got off the Bill stream. We had a W stream right there. I'm one of the mods for the Bill Quality Reactions HHSB crew, Flex Your Mind Network. I'm here for all things hip hop, and I'm always here for the community. So shout out to any and everybody that chooses to support. Now, personally, I need to say this because a lot of people aren't understanding the reason why Drake is taking this L so hard. Now, I want y'all to think, if you know that somebody in your neighborhood is not a good person and there's nobody else in the neighborhood to do you a favor, are you going to ask that person for a favor? No, because you know his character is not, it's not aligned, it's not good for you. What's going down? Let me see here. I can't see the chat on my phone, so I got to do it on the computer. I'm still new to all this streaming stuff, so just give me a second. I'm an old man. So, when it comes down to it, Drake's character has been compromised. The problem with that is his music now does not sound the same. It does not have the same delivery as it once did. There's not a time where you couldn't put on a Drake song and everybody's rocking and vibing to it, and it's just, it's a good time. It's a good time. But now we can't even, what's up, 19? Now, I can't even listen to a Drake song without it sounding off. I can't even listen to anything that this man puts out because it's honestly just upsetting. It's upsetting. You couldn't just take this L and walk away. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm the biggest Drake fan, but I was a fan of Drake at one point in time. After being outed for not being a good father, you know, that already right there just shows a lot about who you are. Look at that. You already dismissing a kid, and because of the person that you had it with, you're disrespecting her on tracks. You're doing things that aren't what I was raised up on. I mean, yeah, once a lame, always a lame. All the money do is just amplify it. You know, I'm a sneakerhead hip hop nerd. That's all I would be using my money for. You know, making sure I got a nice, decent house, nice, decent living, and just be chilling out of the way. I don't need to be famous, or if I was famous, I don't need to like being famous. I just need to make sure that I'm present and make sure that I'm giving what I'm supposed to. But the problem with him is that this lawsuit right now is so disrespectful and so disgusting because how are you going to sit there and ask a man to prove that those are your kids? How are you going to sit there and really try to discredit this man any other way that you can? Instead of getting in the booth, if you're hip hop, you would have gotten in that booth and you would have at least just taken the L. Nothing's wrong with taking the L. You already done it with Pusha T, and in my opinion, you already done it with Meek Mill. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Being exposed for having ghostwriters means you're not authentic. Get on out of here. That's it. Like, it's up for you. You're not able to sit here and say, "Oh yeah, I'm a rapper." No, you're not. Rappers write their own stuff. If you get help, if you get all that, they need to be credited and they need to be, you know, compensated for their talent and their time. How dare you sit there and rob from Quentin Miller? That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. Like, who are you? Of course you're Drake. You're the biggest artist in the world and all that. You're up there with Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, Beyonce. I get it. But you as a person, as a character, after being exposed to watching you sit there and grope and touch on a 17-year-old girl. For what? I get it. It's over in Colorado it's where it's legal. But when it comes down to ethically speaking, that's nasty, man. That's not. What are you doing that for? What is going on, man? You gotta just. All Drake had to do was just sit down and shut up. That's honestly it. Honestly it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Drake fans coddling to him too. You're not a fan of hip hop. Drake fans are not fans of hip hop. They are Drake fans. They are fans of Drake. They are fans of the persona of Drake. They are fans of how he was able to interpret how they felt at a certain point in time with their emotions and their inability to express it. That's what they're a fan of. That's what they're missing. That's what they only want. They want their hero, their emotional teddy bear. They want their teddy bear back. But look at him. That's all he is. He ain't no mob boss. He ain't no gangster. If Drake rolled up on me right now, I'd probably drop him. And that's just is what it is. I don't think that he knows even how to throw a good right hook or jab. And trust me, Baltimore Baltimore ain't nice. So, and I spent 15 years there. So it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing for me. But personally, Kendrick has done everything correctly when it comes down to being an artist. He's here, he's there, then he's gone. You got time to miss him. You got time to miss the artistry, the impact of it. I would love to be able to share my screen with y'all, but I still don't know how to do that. So give me a second. When it comes to it, man, it's just disappointing as a man watching another man get down to this level, get down to this area where he is scratching. He's doing anything he can to just try to save himself from being this person that we all see him as. You're weird. Get out of here, man. You don't belong here. You don't need to be here. There is no reason for you to sit here and cry baby your way for a whole year. You'll be here crying at LeBron. You'll be here crying at everybody else. You doing whatever you can to save yourself from this situation that you put yourself into. All Kendrick said was, forget the big three, it's just Big Me. And then you took offense to it. You took offense to it. He didn't name drop. He didn't give anybody any warnings. No, nothing. No, he came in, said shut up, and that was it. You want to be talking trash on first person shooter, as if nobody was going to sit there and catch the fact that y'all playing chess in a three-man song. Y'all name drop Dot. Cole, you ain't out of this neither. I got some words for you, but that's a little bit later. Drake and Cole sat there and put out a song, published a song saying, hey, we're the big three. Where is Dot? Dot didn't want to be there because he don't want to have nothing to do with Drake. He don't want nothing to do with Drake because he knows the person that he is. He knows the skeletons behind there. Let's see, bro. Thank Me Later honestly was not a solid album. Thank Me Later was not a solid album. It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt, but out of 10, I'm giving it maybe a 6. Like there was a few tracks on there that was all right, but even then, I couldn't really sit there and say, oh yeah, this is a valid hip hop, this is gonna be a classic. So Far Gone and Take Care, that's about it when it comes down to me supporting or liking any of Drake's music. When it comes down to his music, it's all been the same. I got this drink, there's this girl, I'm either texting her or I just left her, or she just got kicked out, or something dealing with emotions that he cannot process at the moment. And from then on, his music is not evolved. He's never been able to emotionally grow or detach himself from the cool dude in high school. Like he's never truly evolved from Jimmy Brooks, that kid that was in high school that was chasing a persona that he could not live. He could not be. He's forever in that wheelchair, and he hates that. You could just tell by the way he makes his music now. You could tell that by the way that he's conducting himself as a man. Who gets another grown man tattooed on him and then replaces them with another man? Stop. Personally, so far gone, take care. Only pieces of work that I would sit there in solidarity would say that these are decent works. These are decent works of art that I could get behind. I could sit here and pop on November 18th whenever I'm either um, inebriated or a little elevated and rap every word because that's how I'm feeling. That's how I was feeling back then. But the music was made back when I was young, well, younger, and it's nothing that he's doing right now is relatable. I'm 32. I got 2 kids. I got a wife. I'm not. What are you talking about? I don't have nothing to hear from you. I'm gonna hear from Doc now. I'm gonna hear from Cole. I'm gonna hear from who else? Joyner, Nas. I'm gonna hear from honestly the old heads because I relate to them more. And even back then, back when I was originally introduced to hip hop, that's all I would listen to because those were the guys with substance. Yeah, nah. Like, how are y'all gonna be sneak dissing me on a track that y'all name drop me on? Who y'all think I'm soft? Y'all think I'm not gonna say nothing. When Kendrick has been begging, he's been waiting. He's been waiting for the smoke for years. He called everybody out. That goes for Jermaine, Cole, Big Crit, Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mill, ASAP Rocky, Drake. Oh wait, nah. Oh, I was about to get into it. My bad. Lost myself. Nah, he's been waiting for the smoke. Every song that he has made in in the last, I want to say 5 to 10 years. What up, my the every track that he has made in the last 5 to 10 years has been about the smoke. Kendrick's like, listen, I will dead any of y'all if y'all dare say my name. I will make sure that nobody, I will turn you into a song. And that is exactly what happened to Drake. He wanted to spare Cole. That's why he sent Schoolboy Q over there and told Q to tell J. Cole, this ain't what you want. Yeah, Kendrick, yeah, of course he gave warning. He gave warning because he wanted to let them know none of y'all can rap better than me. But that was it. It was never, oh, your kids, your wives, your baby mamas, your exes, your whole crew. He never aimed any of that like that. He wanted to keep it rap because rap is how you speak hip hop. That's how you flow hip hop. That is how you get hip hop going out and impacting people. Now, as I mentioned on Bill's stream earlier, your character validates your music. If I cannot get behind who you are, then why am I going to listen to your music? That monster freestyle was nuts. But even then, he's over here doing freestyles. Drake was doing freestyles with a goddamn Blackberry in his hand. He was sitting there, yeah, I did that. Please, you are not lyrically gifted. You don't have the natural raw ability to just sit there and go off the top of the dome and leave me alone. Don't laugh at me. Laugh with me. Laugh with me. So, nah, it was disappointing to watch that. It was so cringy to watch that freestyle. I was like, why does he have a phone in his hands? Can he not do this by himself? Can he not actually spit? And that was when I started to turn away from him, and then I started turning towards Baby Love. What's up? Leave a like. Everybody leave a like. Subscribe, share if you feel like it. If you feel like I'm doing all right. I really wish that I could share my screen with y'all, but unfortunately I'm too old for this. I mean, or at least I'm not uh, invest enough in this. But I will get better, and I just want y'all to tap in, stay in. We gonna chill, we gonna talk, and I'm gonna read every comment as it pops up. I'm on my phone right now. I'm not able to figure this out, but trust me, I'm gonna get the grip of it. We're gonna have fun in here. So, if in case y'all want to leave a donation, Cash App is in my description, but that's if y'all want to. I'm not begging. That's only if you would like to donate. Every proceeds will be going to better streaming equipment, I promise, because you will see the difference. Now, I've always been hesitant about doing not Drake hate content. I'm more disappointed in Drake than I hate him. But with this lawsuit, I cannot stand this lawsuit. Hate is a very strong word, and there shouldn't be anybody that you hate in this world. You should only forgive them and keep them at a distance if they've ever wronged you. So just try to balance that out. Now, this lawsuit showed me completely that he is not fit to be here, to be welcome, to actually have a stay in a place where he claimed to be the best, to where he claimed to be the greatest. You could be a pop star all you want. You could be an R&B star all you want. I get it. But when it comes down to hip hop, you talking about the spirit of the African American experience. Something that we are allowed to express ourselves, and not just African Americans. It's now a very multicultural spirit and expression of how to get your word, how to get your feelings out, how to get your lessons that you've learned, and to teach them to people throughout a sound wave that lasts forever. There's going to be people that talk about Tupac in 200 years from now. Think about that. There's going to be people that talk about Kendrick for the next 500 years because of what he has done. This is the most legendary career year any rapper or hip hop artist has ever had. And it's amazing to be alive and to be here to witness and to experience it. And it honestly is just baffling that somebody is so hurt by a loss that they should have just taken as a lesson to just not mess with this man. He's lyrically gifted. He's a man. He's taking care of his kids. He's taking care of his wife. And not only that, but he's living. He's living good. He's living the right way. And I mean, there is no right way to live, but there is a right way of doing things within hip hop. There's unspoken rules everywhere. One of them is that you don't sue. Oh shit, I forgot my kids asleep. I can't be yelling. Listen. As a father myself, as a husband myself, you can say anything you want about me. Go ahead and try. You ain't gonna make it far. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and throw hands with you or nothing, but I'm gonna humble you. I'm very professional. Don't let this Dragon Ball T-shirt fool you. I'm a nerd. I'm a man. You're not about to sit here and disrespect my family, my kids. None of that. None of that. You get dropped for that. No, you don't. You don't do that. Wendy, what's up? How you doing? I'm hoping that your night is going well or your morning is going well. So, as a man, you don't ever compromise your family, your wife, your kids. Not even a dog or cat get mentioned. Don't even do it. Love them too. And for Drake to do that and to sit there and think that he's just going to be able to get away with it and censor this man after that, that was all crushed as soon as Meet the Grams came out. As soon as Meet the Grams came out, he was thrown so far that he didn't know what to do with himself. He made the Heart Part 6 after Not Like Us, basically saying, no, no, that wasn't me. Look, listen, I knew you were going to take this Epstein angle. Oh, I knew you was going to bring up Millie Bobby Brown. No. No, stop right there, man. You're only making it worse for yourself. Hey, what's happening? Yeah, villains. Yeah, we out here too. I'm a big supporter of Deleted, man. He keeps it real. He keeps it real. He don't sugarcoat. And honestly, I'm not going to neither, because it's about time that people deal with truth, especially Drake. Especially Drake. Kendrick dealt with truth all over Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Like I said, if y'all coming in, just leave a like for me, please. That's all I need. I finally made it to 100, past 100 subscribers, so I'm thankful. Thankful for all y'all. Villains in the building, I see you. And yeah, no, I'm just trying this YouTube out because I got to get it off my chest. I'm not. Oh yeah, let's get to know each other. Let's get to know each other. I'm KingHammah. King, part of my name comes from listening to Nas growing up. Nas reminded me as a young man. Thank you, baby love. I appreciate you. And everywhere I go, I make sure I share too. I share you. I share anybody that subs to me, because support is free, and that's going to be one of the mottos. But I'm gonna get to it. So, King is a constant reminder to me to treat myself the way that I need to, and is no less than what a king should be treated like, because a king is a leader, a king is a provider, a king is someone who stands on his integrity and never lets that break. And it's not getting my feet scrubbed, it's not everybody making my dinner or anything like that. No, it is upholding my morality, integrity, responsibility as a man. King. Hammer came from my dad. His co-worker was passing by him and was like, "Hey, what's up, Hammer?" And my dad was like, "All right, I like that." So he comes home and he tells me, he's like, "What's up, Hammer?" I'm like 4 years old. I'm like, "I like that name." So I've had Hammer. Hammer's been my nickname for forever. So y'all could just call me Hammer. That's how we just stay close. Now, the reason why there's a spade everywhere I go, I really can't show it, but it is right here. It's a promise that I made to my dad. He said, "You're either a step ahead or a mile behind. Keep an ace up your sleeve." And growing up, my parents always played spades. They always either had their drink, maybe a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? But they would always have their friends come by. They were going through their stressful times, but my parents never gave up on each other, and they never gave up on themselves. And they would always play spades. I was always infatuated with the game and how to play. It comes with a mental connection between you and your partner. And honestly, not a bad time. I remember playing for my first time, I would always somehow, and it's no cheating, we don't play with jokers. No jokers in the deck. No jokers in the deck, because jokers win by bullshit. If I was to put it in context for you, the ace of spade is Kendrick. Joker, Drake. Drake would have won because he just got everything behind him. He's the machine. But we don't play with jokers. Deuce is wild. So if you want, everybody just throw a spade. Just throw me a spade. Keep one up your sleeve though. But throw me a spade and hit the light. But that's me. That's KingHammah for you. I'm a proud father of a 5-year-old little boy that's in kindergarten. I have an autistic little daughter who is 3 years old, but let me tell you, the most beautiful little gangster that will run your pockets with no hesitation. I'm talking your keys is gone. The AARP card, gone. All right? The most important one, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking your insurance cards, everything. It doesn't matter what it is. She got it. And I ain't telling you neither, because she gonna whoop my ass after that. I'm good. I don't know, I'm not snitching on her at all. That's Debo. You better tuck your chain and shut up when she gets around, because my daughter will. And my beautiful wife, we've been going strong for the last 7 years. And just is what it is. I love that lady. She has my back. She takes care of me, and I take care of her. And honestly, it's a good life. You know, we're doing our thing. We're making things happen, and all I want to do is be the best father and provider and husband that I can be. And that's one of the reasons why I definitely started this YouTube, because not only is it an outlet for me, but it's a way to connect to people and to just let some of this stress out. Um, but yeah, that's KingHammah for you. But back to this. This whole situation, yeah, the spade means everything up to me. So for everybody that's watching, the spade represents to stay a step ahead or you'll be a mile behind. Much love, y'all. And plus, if you just flip that ace upside down, it's a heart with a thorn in it. We've all been hurt, but it's all love. Yeah, the wink is a lot. I'm gonna keep doing that because that's one of my things. I like to wink. So, with this whole Drake adding Kendrick's kids into the mix, lost every ounce of redeemable acceptance back into hip hop. No, you can't come back here, bro. Don't even look this way. Don't even rap no more. Don't even dare have somebody else write another project for you and you put it under the hip hop or rap category. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm saying this as a hip hop enthusiast. Don't do that. Your fans is already turning on you. You got toilet paper being thrown at you because you're shitty, because your ass, because your butt. You're a butt cheek, sir. And that is not okay. That is not okay for who you once were. You were part of the Young Money trio. And sad part is that everybody loved the Young Money trio. Wayne couldn't do no wrong. Nicki leading the charge for all women and all female rappers. She's been messing up. She's been messing up with her tirades going on Twitter, thinking that she could talk down to any and everybody. And personally, it stresses me out because why are you talking like this? You got bodied by Remy Ma of all people. Yeah, she's a great battle rapper. Great battle rapper. That's sign number one. You don't mess with that. And then, oh yeah, no, they had to throw some plastic at his plastic abs. That's all that was. They just wanted to match the plastic. They said keep your sea pollution to yourself. Okay? The turtles need to survive, sir. At this point, Drake, you are pollution, and you have been in our water for too long. How you gonna come out here with plastic abs and flabby arms? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Sorry. But, no, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Personally, I'm not gonna allow it. As a kid that listened to Wu-Tang Clan, NWA, Cypress Hill, Mobb Deep, Immortal Technique, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Pete Rock, shoot, Craig Mack. I can't stand him. Like for the first time, I gotta say, I just can't stand him no more. How are you doing this? How are you having a whole temper tantrum because you lost? You lost your credibility any and everywhere because you decided, I'm gonna sue. Come on, dog. Have some tough skin. We've all scraped our knee before. Now you over here crying and demanding to go to the hospital over a scraped knee. You just fell off the bike, bro. You just get up. That's it. Like, and if you really had a problem with Kendrick, which we all know it is, common sense. Like, we're not stupid, man. We are not stupid. Bro, if you really had a problem with him, throw some hands. Throw some hands. You over here making gym videos of you boxing and shadow boxing and shit. Throw some hands. Throw some hands there. Put the ones on them. The 1-2. The old why I oughta. Go ahead and do one of them. I promise you, Drake probably winds up his punches before he throws them. Okay? Soft. Tragic. Disgusting. It's just, it's at the point now to where if I hear a Drake song on the radio, I'm switching the channel. And that's even if I'm listening to the radio by off chance that I'm just doing a quick drive and my Bluetooth doesn't connect fast enough. If I hear Drake in Target, I'm leaving Target. If I hear Drake, just in the club, I'm gonna just, give the bartender the drink back, and I'm gonna say my deuces. I'm gonna just say, like, you know what, I thought this was a good neighborhood, and dip out. No, I'm good. I'm good, bro. Um, I've lost a lot of faith in him. Not the fact that I was looking for it ever since 2018. 2018 was the last year that I gave him his chance after being outed for having ghostwriters. Then after being outed for having a baby with a cornstarch maker, I know why you were ashamed to bring that out. I know why you didn't want to be proud of that, because you knew how bad this would look on you. You knew that this is not the move. Not the move. But you still did it anyway. You still sat there and tried to hide it. But Pusha T over there getting some intel from some pillow talk that your boy was doing, you should have made some more solid connections, bro. Because that right there made me turn off from him. Because me having my father in my life and giving me a prime example of what it means to be a man, to take care of your responsibilities, to shut your mouth and get it done, no matter what it takes to be there, just to be there. My dad was at every little league game that I had. My dad made sure that, hey, you need to have these grades right, or you're not going to get this PlayStation, or you're not going to get these shoes that's coming out. You're not going to have no money to go to the mall, brother. And I'm like, you got it. Drake has not been seen with his son this entire year. Name one time, if you're still here, name one time you have seen Drake and Adonis in the same room this past year. Has a picture, has a video, anything come out in the last couple years, ever since Adonis's little music video that he shot? Has he been present? Has he taken him to school? Has he sat there and did his homework with him? Has he asked him, what did he learn today? Has he shown him how to tie his own shoes? I guarantee you, no, he hasn't. Those moments are mad important when it comes down to being a father. This man has been on tour. This man has been on tour and getting his abs done. For what? You're 38. I'm 32. My bar hopping days, my getting money, and they don't know nothing about that. My days of being young have been over since I was about 26. I was 27 when I had my son. 26 when I met, 25 when I met my lady. 27 when I had my son. 27 when I got married. No, you need to understand that at the end of the day, you are not just an artist. You are not just an asset. You are a man. And if your character is not in line with your, if your character isn't set in stone, then how can I validate your music? Everybody's gonna run to a Nas drop because Nas is Nas. He's been one of the best rappers we've ever heard, and I could say that across the board. He's the only person that could sit there and say that he bodied Jay-Z, and everybody hopefully would agree. Are you going to sit there and listen to a Jay-Z drop? Of course, because he's Jay-Z. His character has been intact. He is a great businessman. He was an awesome artist. Right now, we haven't heard much from him, but if he comes out with something, of course, we're going to listen to it. If 50 Cent drop, probably not, but probably will. It all depends. Why? Because his character is intact. Are we going to listen to the game? Hell no. Because he's been shiesty for the last couple years. For the last couple years, he's been real shiesty about this whole being the king of the West Coast. Oh, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Well, guess what? The only bar that I can remember from you is red rose, white ceiling. That's the only bar you got. That's the only bar you got every single time. That's how you start off a cipher. That's how you start off just just anything really. I hear red rose, white ceiling every single time. Like, bro, what else is there? Whew, getting riled up. I need my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, character drives your music to be valid. Because if you are not the person you are rapping yourself to be, why are you rapping? I remember hearing Immortal Technique for the first time. Scarred me. I was 9 years old, just hearing Dance with the Devil by Immortal Technique. And me and my pops was on a trip to New York that day from Baltimore, going back home to go get some food and just go hang out for the day. Me and my dad would take trips, and we would just go hang out, go see his boys, hang out, and go just parlay for the weekend. And on our way there, we were on the Brooklyn Bridge, a little bit of traffic, and he was like, I really need you to hear this song. And I think it's time that you hear it because you need to understand the reality of what's around you. I'm raising you, you got a good life, you got everything that you need, you're well equipped, you got a head start more than a lot of these other African American men that are coming up right now. And I need you to understand that things could be worse. And I want you to remember that forever. And after hearing that song, in the context of that song, I'm not going to be able to say it on here on YouTube, but just know that I think about that song even to this day because it had that much of an impact. And one day for my son, when he's old enough to understand the words, I'm going to play it for him. I'm going to make sure that he grasps a little bit of reality because he is getting a better life than what my parents provided me. But my parents provided me a pretty decent life. So I'm giving him even more than that. So I always want to be just 10 times or at least a little bit better than what I was given because he deserves it. My kids deserve it. Hip hop helped me realize a lot of those lessons were very dire. Where were you when you first listened to, let's say Tupac would Hit 'Em Up? I wasn't even born yet, but even then, no, I was. But I was only like 2 or 3. Like, I'm not going to be cognitive and be able to tell you, oh yeah, no, that was tough. No. Sitting there rattling. But now as a grown man, I'm like, man, they was really beefing. They was really at each other's necks. Did he really boink his wife? Did he really boink her? He boinked her? I hope he ain't boink her because if he boinked her, that'd be some shit. But all in all, your character defines or validates your music because how can I, as the person that I am, relate to you if I know that you're a fraud? If you're a fraud, how can I believe you? How can I sit there and really take in your messages? Back when Drake came out, we thought that he was like the coolest thing ever because, everybody else was rapping about how they're doing this, how they're doing that, this drug, this bottle of liquor, pulling up with this many cars. But he's over there talking sensibilities and how to put these emotions into words. And now the music is literally, his music is garbage because it's the same thing. It's the same thing. We've gotten past that. Have you grown? Have you matured a little bit? Had he had not pulled all the shady stuff that he was doing coming up, then maybe his character wouldn't be in turmoil as it is right now. Putting kids in a lawsuit, asking if your best friend is actually their father, coming up with a conspiracy that you think that your label is is conspiring against you when you are their most valuable asset, blaming another man for your downfall and misfortune? No, you can't play the blame game. You jumped into this and you called out these people. You are bringing them into there. If anybody needs to be in this courtroom, it's Whitney. Whitney is the only person that should be in this courtroom slamming him for defamation, because how dare you sit here and say that I'm unfaithful to my man when these kids look exactly like him, when I've been there through thick and thin with him. And on that same day that you're accusing him of DV, I was there with him on the next day on a hiking trip. My face, my everything, fully intact. I'm fully intact. This man has never put hands on me. Any man that sits there and puts his hand on a woman, sorry man, you about to get hands from other men back on you, because hey, yeah, I know, it's 5 a.m. I gotta take my son to school soon in the next like about 3 hours, But I'm a night owl anyway. I just be up. I just be up chilling anyway. I'll be playing some video games and probably talking trash with some of my other homeboys. But this is the only time that I usually get to myself anyway. So why not do it on YouTube? So if you up late night and you see me on, drop a spade. Keep one up your sleeve though. It's 2 a.m. here. Yeah, it's 3:42 for me. But Judy, you just got here where I'm talking about how your character validates your music. Yes, we all love Judy. W Judy in the chat if you want. But we're talking about how your character validates your music. And the reason why Drake is slipping in music right now is because everybody now knows that you're just a fraud. You're not a man. You're still a boy. You still, if you're doing live, drop it in the Discord. I got you. That was my bad. If you want, can you drop it in the Discords for me? I appreciate you if you do, because we got about 7 likes. W stream. As long as the likes outweigh the people, I love it, and it's a W stream to me. So, I want y'all to talk to me. Tell me what you think about this whole situation, because honestly, it's so disheartening. It's so discrediting. I'm definitely not going. I'm not going to listen to this Iceman album, and if I do, it'll be through somebody else's reaction or stream. I'm a big fan of Jay Black. I'm a big fan of Quality Reactions. All the places that I mod for, that's the reason why I'm there, because I'm a big fan of them, because they do good quality work. And me personally, I'm more of a hip hop enthusiast commentator, kind of like in the same direction as Rob Markman, because it's not, shake my hand. Not me. It's for me. It's give me an ace and keep one up your sleeve by hitting the like button. Just in case you need the video for later. But when it comes down, I always say when it comes down to it. Sorry, I'm still new to making sure that I'm keeping the public engaged. But like I said, it's disheartening. It's disrespectful to hip hop. Just knowing that this man was in the courtroom advocating for Young Thug's music not to be taken as literal just 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. And now he's in court trying to validate lyrics. What is wrong with you? It was wrong then, it was right then, but it was wrong now? What? How? This is the same situation. This is the same thing. You can't sit here and counteract yourself. You can't do that. Just because it's detrimental to you, like, I understand being called a PDF file anywhere, anytime, of course, do what you gotta do, but do that behind closed doors. Why would y'all let him say that about me? Well, it's freedom of speech and it's all hyperbole, man. Like it's all hyperbole. There's no truth in all this unless you feel offended because there is truth in there. No, he can't take it out. It's his ego. His ego has been inflated because of. So there was a time where hip hop was based on impact only, not by numbers, not by not by clout, not by just this is the hottest thing. No, hip hop used to just be a wave of motion, like the frequencies, the vibrations. It would be if the hood loved it, we all loved it. But if somebody didn't like it, that's fine. You don't have to. But ever since a certain DJ came into power, it's been yeah, he can't move on. But ever since, like, how many times have we heard the grinding beat? How many lunch tables suffered abuse and now are on disability because of what we did to them because of that grinding beat. That grinding beat was so hard, man. People almost passed out. I did. Like the grinding beat was so monumental. Oh my goodness. People would sit there and try to, and we're in elementary, we're in middle school, we're in high school, still doing that, and we're over there having ciphers and trying to rap and trying to be the next best thing, and what else? Like there's so many waves and so many different times of hip hop that were just you had to be there moments, and they come and go, but we always look back on them. Nope, I've never heard anybody suing over a rap battle either. I believe that there was something with LL Cool J a long time ago, but it wasn't in regard to a beef. I believe it was in regard to some money, but other than that, no. I believe there was something about Michael Rappaport not too long ago about defamation, but the thing is, he ain't no rapper. He is a fan. You see, the numbers is the only thing that they have on to cling on to validate his place. Now, your place can be on the charts. It can. It can be. No one's saying that it can't be on the charts. It is going to be there. It is awesome that you're there. It's awesome that you made it there. But when it comes down to hip hop is more of a spirit than it is a game. It's a sport. It's shout out to Screwface, but it is a an essence of being. It is a living, breathing. Like I said, it's a spirit. Like when you go to a cookout, and you hear, let's say, let's go ahead and throw one out. If you hear Knuck If You Buck, everybody's going to the dance floor. If you hear 24s, come on now, everybody's on the dance floor. When you hear Mary J. Blige, who is an R&B rapper, an R&B artist, but has colluded. Them numbers are the only thing that they have to cling on to, and right now the numbers are doing them dirty. Now, with what Kendrick started, Kendrick has brought back the artistry of hip hop. He's saying that is enough of this party. When Vil was mentioning "Watch the Party Die," I'm gonna pick up on that. When Vil picked up on, "Watch the Party Die," Kendrick was ending I want to say 10 years of pollution that was terribly influencing the generation of kids to go ahead and do YN activities, to sit there and promote derogatory behavior that our kids find trendy and will be deemed cool about if they're doing them, if they're sitting there following the trend. I personally, I never fell victim to it. The only things I've ever done is smoke a little bit of trees and drink a little bit of alcohol. And of course, I'm not condoning it to anybody. You do what you want in your life. Just make sure that you're safe about it. But those are the only things I've ever done because I knew better. I knew better. The music taught me to do better. I'm not gonna be no fiend scratching my neck looking for my next fix. Never gonna do it. Never, that's never gonna happen because that's just that's just what I was raised on. These kids are now scratching their necks and looking for the next their next fix because that's what they were raised on. That was the music that Drake has been leading the charge of. And Kendrick said, that is enough of this damn party. That is enough. You all need to do some soul searching. You all need to get out this damn club and face reality because that's all you go to the club for. You go to the club to escape reality. You go to the club to let loose and have fun. I get it. We ain't gonna be young forever. But right now, you need to face who's in the mirror and fix that person that wants to be in the club so damn bad that they're ashamed to even look in the mirror. How about you do that? How about you do that before you even sit here and listen to music from now on? If you want to be a part of that party, go ahead. Go ahead. Just understand that you're going to be left behind and you're going to be rotten. Meanwhile, we're going to be healthy, soul food fed. We don't want that McDonald's no more. We don't want any of the we don't want any of the processed, ooh, almost cursed. We don't want any of this processed stuff that y'all been feeding us for the last 10, 15 years. We're done with it. This is not healthy for you. And until you get that cholesterol out your system, that's it. With this Clips album, so refreshing. So refreshing because oh yeah, audio check. Can y'all hear me from here or are y'all hearing me from here? Please give me feedback. The phone? The phone? I could have swore I had y'all here. I hear you here. Well, I hear me here. All right, if that's the case, can you hear me better? Can I turn that on? Yeah, better from here. Okay, let me make sure that this, all right. Like I said, I'm still getting used to this. So looks like I don't need this. Anyway, the biggest problem has always been drugs, alcohol, and just derogatory behaviors. Oh, let's go hit a lick. Let's go and let's go turn up. Malice, oh my gosh, yes, yes, Malice was amazing. Listen to how Clips does it. Good night, baby love. I will see you probably on your stream. I'm probably still gonna be up, but I'm gonna end this very soon, probably in the next 10 minutes. So, with drugs and alcohol being the like source of things that has been polluting and corroding our community so bad, and it's only because we deal with stressful lives. We're sitting here going 9 to 5 for almost paycheck to paycheck just to survive, just to raise kids, just to be alive, and to sit there and enjoy ourselves in any kind of capacity. And for Clips to come in and do it with a raw talent, and they're talking about it, but they're talking about how you shouldn't be messing with this. You don't want this. You don't want this kind of lifestyle. You don't need this kind of lifestyle because this is dangerous. This right here is something you can't understand at your level. You don't belong here. But guess what? We're rapping about it because we want you to know that you're being warned. You're being safe. about this. And I love it. I love it because ain't never a day where you gonna see me with some baby powder. I don't know. Not the way that they talk about it. I'm good. I am all right. I'll listen to this all day long. But you ain't never gonna catch me sitting there trying to be no kingpin. Nope. I'll do that with a LLC or incorporated. I'm gonna do that the right way if I'm gonna be a kingpin. Catch me on Wall Street one day. So, with that being said, these kids are now going to sit here and understand that lyricism and the art form of hip hop is the true way of understanding and getting the message that needs to be conveyed. The message is to just be yourself and to embrace yourself, embrace your community, embrace your people around you, because this is all we got. This is all we need. We need our voices to be heard. We need our struggles and our pains to be interpreted as lessons so that you can avoid this kind of pain. And that's it. That's all I listened to growing up. How to avoid problems that I don't need. And that was everything. I have two beautiful children and a wife. I'm clean. I'm free. I'm all right. I'm sober 9 months from alcohol. Like I haven't smoked trees in like 5 years. I'm chilling. Personally, as my outlets, it's hip hop, playing the game, chilling with my homies, and honestly, just making sure that my kids are fed, happy, and my wife is quiet, satisfied, and fed and happy. And it doesn't take much to have a happy life. This man Drake showed you how to stay depressed and how to stay in your feelings. And that was damning to me because throughout his entire music career, his music has been the same. His music has just been, I'm emotional, I don't know how to deal with it, I'm gonna drink about it, and you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna wash my hands with it and go to the next chick. Just on different beats. It's sickening. How are you gonna stay in that mindset? How are you gonna stay in that mindset forever? For 15 years, people have been stuck in a mindset or in a loop. And that is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of having to change. These Drake fans are afraid of having to change, and they're afraid that they now have to grow up, take accountability and responsibility of themselves when they could have just blamed it on the alcohol, blamed it on the substances. No, be you. You don't like that. You as a Drake fan, you don't like that. I mean, he comes from an area where they handle things differently from what our community handles. Just is what it is. I get it. Let me stop there. You think that this is all right because you were taught that it was all right. And you not understanding you as Drake, you don't understand what it means to be in real life. He was 18. He was 18 making way more, about 20 grand more than what most Americans are making now. What are you talking about? Bro, you never started from the bottom. You don't know what struggle is. You don't know what it means to actually sit there and be in your mother's basement. I bet you your mother's basement has a damn elevator. And you want to be sitting here talking about I had to live in my mom's basement. Shut up. I love to live in my mama's basement right now. My mom's a doctor. She's good now. She's set. Me, I'm chilling in my apartment. I'm good. I'm good for right now. Wait till I get my house. I'll be all right. But he's never had to understand what it was like to have the lights cut off, to sit there and go without internet for a day or a couple or even a week. He's never had to sit there and change a tire. He's always had to. You don't know what it's like to sit there and let your homeboy borrow $10 just for you to borrow $10 back from him later on, even after he paid it back. You don't have close friends like that. You don't have secret handshakes. You don't have the times and the days where you had to walk a certain distance just to either get to work or to get something done productively for your own family. You've never experienced what it means. That basement is bigger than the two-bedroom apartment. Yeah, it was. We seen what his mom's house looked like. We seen how we seen how that boy was living when he was a boy. Now he's living as a man in this damn castle. And of course, to us, of course, that's awesome looking. That's great. But you know it's empty. There ain't no love in there. There is no soul in there. It's just a bunch of fancy items that he bought just because he can, because he earned the money. And when you buy something and you've earned that money, you have an appreciation for it. But when there is no love in the house, when there is no essence to it, when there is no memory being made in there, what value does it have? It doesn't have much. Like, there's this box that's right next to me that my wife and I have had to have our stuff, completely organized and set. And we know where to find it. We know where to get things out of it that we need. Oh, okay, well, here's the title to the car. Here's this, here's that. We have that. And that has not left our side for the last 7 years. Does he have anything like that in there? I'm pretty sure that he don't. I'm pretty sure that he don't. If I say it, you all may die. I would say just say it, but I'm not afraid. I fear no man or woman on this earth. And you can say whatever you like, but no hate will be tolerated. I promise you that. I'll allow that. I'm not the biggest fan of like a lot of vegetables, but I do eat some. Broccoli's one. Carrots, I despise carrots, but I have to eat them because your boy is blind. Um, oh yeah, can I talk to y'all about a line in Euphoria that a lot of people missed? A lot of people missed this. So in Euphoria, Kendrick says, the very first time I shot me at Drake, my homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Now, Drake does a lot of duck lips. He complained about driving in a 2004 Infinity in 2004. Deal or no deal? No, that's a deal. You good? You good with the vegetables? That's all right. That's all right with me. I'm cool with it. That's all right. That's all right with me. I don't mind it. But yeah, he was in a 2004 in 2004. Shut up. Get out of here. Go drive your car. Go drive your car. It don't got no miles on it. Go drive a car. Go drive your damn car, bitch. Anyway, a Drake is not only the machinery, but it's also another name for a duck. And Drake doing what in his pictures? Get out of here, bro. That was a triple. I thought it was a double, but it was a triple entendre that he not only called Drake the piece himself, but he called him a duck because he makes duck lips all the time. I don't like the fact, hey, do what you do. Just be safe. I don't like the fact that a lot of people miss the fact that Kendrick called Drake blah blah blah, 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 whatever. without the typos. Without the typos. You good. Cause your boy be I come from a literacy background. You gotta make sure that you type it right. You wanna convey the right message, just try your best. I know. Had to be now because I wasn't doing it later. Facts. He was growing up in heavily spoiled because he came towards children. Now, since the second parent, all the struggles was solved out. Yeah, ain't no. What like this is why fathers are important. Fathers are important in order to teach you, am I male or not? Go ahead and answer that question yourself. Obviously, I don't know no woman with a mustache like mine. It's 2025. Never mind. Let me take that back. But no, fathers are mad important because they teach you lessons that you need. Yeah. Yeah, he did. But fathers are important because they teach a little boy how to be a man, how to take a loss, how to rise above it, and how to move forward. And not only that, but how to upkeep himself while they go through it. Fathers teach their daughters the standard of the man that they need to find for themselves. Apologies. But not only that, but daughters judge their fathers by how they treat them. And they judge other men by how their father treats them. So if you met a man and they had a great relationship with their father, that's going to be a great man that's looking out for you, because not only is that man a great man, but he was raised by a great man. And it's hard to find that nowadays because of all the derogatory music and all the influence that has been going on for the last couple of years. It's not going to be easy. The nerve of you, Dennis, for real, because Dennis had the opportunity, had the if you have the responsibility of taking care of what is coming out of the woman you chose to lay with. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you guys are on good terms or not. It is your responsibility to be there. Half of a father's job is just being there. You don't have to sit there and schedule every appointment. You don't have to be, let's say, at every recital, but of course, show up. Just show up. It makes the biggest difference in every children's life. And without, or how Drake says, he's been without his father, that shows his lack of understanding manhood. And nobody who grew up with a father could sit here and side with Drake. And if they do, then they have some issues that they need to work out, because that's just unacceptable. That's just unacceptable. This man is not a man. This is not a leader. This is not somebody that I would want to sit there and advocate for. I don't want to sit there and defend this guy or this character that's being portrayed because of how he is. It just tells me for the money. Of course, all this world is, a lot of what this world is in for is just the money. It's upsetting because they forgot how to be human after money became such a necessity in this world. Whatever happened to just living? Whatever happened to just having experiences? Whatever happened to just growing and enjoying life? What, like the money that I'm making right now, back in 2005 would have been like, whoa, how'd you land that job? Shit, I'm stunting, you know what I'm saying? It was light work. No, let me move closer. He calls himself the boy because he knows that he wants to be. He's basically been Peter Pan his entire life, and it's honestly disgusting. It's like I said in Bill's stream. He he was a coach to a women's basketball, high school basketball team in his first music video coming in. That alone, it was weird to me when I first watched it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, this dude, cool, he's over there coaching the basketball girls and whatnot. But then when I seen them in slow motion and everything, and you know, things bouncing around when they shouldn't be, I'm like, all right, a little off, but I get it, kind of. But even then, no, no, that's weird, bro. You gotta figure that out. Ain't no way, ain't no way that we gonna do that. But all in all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this thing in about 5 minutes, or another minute. But I want to say to y'all, thank you for even jumping in on here. I greatly appreciate y'all. I understand it's only a little bit of us, and it's only almost 5 in the morning, but it means a lot to me, and I want y'all to know that you're always welcome. You're always able to come in. Just, when you come in, just throw a spade at me and just keep one up your sleeve. Remember that character validates your music, because we wouldn't be listening to Mary J. Blige if she wasn't who she was, if she didn't speak about how and what she felt. We wouldn't listen to Eminem if we didn't know that he had pain, he had trauma, and he had these things go on about him that, all people hurt, and he does it very well. We wouldn't listen to Kendrick if we didn't know everything that happened in Good Kid, Mad City. Personally, there's a lot of artists that are out here. We wouldn't listen to Tyler if he wasn't able to go crazy with the word schemes and then be very, very emotional about it in an aggressive way. There's so many different people. We wouldn't listen to Beyonce if we didn't know how much work she put in order to get to where she's at. And I'm not saying that I'm a Beyonce fan. I think that the only song that I really like by her is Halo. That goes hard every time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw that on. If not, I'm gonna just hear it in the background. That song goes hard every time. We're not gonna listen to Alicia Keys if we didn't see how multi-talented she was when it comes down to the piano and her story with her piano and how she was able to get to where she's at. We wouldn't sit there and listen to Wayne if we didn't watch his entire upbringing from all the way to the late 90s till now. But Carter 6 was not it. It was not it, sir. You're not getting a pass for that, but your legacy is the only thing that is giving you leeway, I'll say. And we would still be listening to Wu-Tang if they dropped regularly. If Rakim dropped something tomorrow, we gonna listen. Big Daddy Kane, we gonna listen. If who else? Yeah, you just gotta have it in you. You gotta be able to be at one with your character in order to at least make art out of it. Your art is your character. Your character is your art. Once your character is compromised, once your character has been exposed, once your character has been seen as fraudulent, that's it. And that is exactly why these Drake fans and Drake are trying their best to find a W somewhere. And in this lawsuit, with what just dropped, they can't find it there neither. It's been your man, KingHammah. It's been your favorite brother, KingHammah. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you all for being here. More than likely tomorrow, I'm either going to go live or I'm just going to have a recording for y'all. I'm probably going to chop this one up and just do small increments. I might do some small increments. But until next time, it's been your man's KingHammah. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and keep an ace up your sleeve. Throw one on the like button. That way you have it for later. Peace.